Right now, parts of central Arkansas are dealing with scattered thunderstorms. It's coming with this extreme heat, so we're keeping a close watch on these storms as they pass through. Thank you for joining us on your Sunday evening. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz, and we're going to get straight to weather this evening with meteorologist Simone Thomas. Now, Simone, we all know it's been extremely hot out there today. Now you're tracking this severe weather with a weather impact alert. What can you tell us?
So the bad news is, of course, we are dealing with severe weather. I know that can be anxiety inducing for some, but the great part about that, there's not a tornado concern and it's helping knock a little bit of the heat off. So we issued the weather impact alert today for the heat, but now we're pivoting to focus on the severe weather, and we'll talk more about what the impact alert looks like through the evening. But here's a quick check-in of what's happening around the state. Most of that activity in central Arkansas right now following a cold front that's moving through. You just saw on your screen that severe thunderstorm warning in the Cabot area was allowed to expire at 5:30. Still raining over into Pulaski County, moving into Low Note County. The storm not quite strong enough to need that warning right now. You see a little bit farther to our east, though, there continues to be a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Arkansas, Monroe, and Prairie counties. That's until 5:45. 60 miles an hour wind gusts and pea-sized hail is what we're tracking with this storm. Now, as we continue through the evening, the main impact with these severe thunderstorms is going to be the strong winds. As you see right now, not raining in the capital city, but we're tracking some rain to our south as well as the north. So there's still room for some rain through this evening. We are under severe thunderstorm watches, as you see, for much of central Arkansas, northwest Arkansas, and southeast Arkansas until 10 o'clock. That's why we've issued the weather impact alert from now until 10 for these severe thunderstorms. The best thing to do this evening is make sure you stand weather aware. If you're watching this and you can hear me now, you're already ahead of the curve. Another thing you can do is make sure you have that THV 11 app.
All right, thank you, Simone. And now is a good time to make sure you have the THV 11 app installed on your mobile device. It'll give you weather alerts and news access. It's free, easy to download, and available on both the App Store and Google Play. Right now, Russellville police are investigating an overnight shooting that killed an Arkansas Tech University student off campus. Police say they believe it was accidental. According to reports late last night, officers went to a home after calls that a person had been shot. When police arrived, they found a 19-year-old man who had died from his injuries. The investigation is ongoing. I know many of us are still looking for relief from all the heat out there, and there might be more chances to cool off indoors, maybe at an open house, after experts are seeing a drop in mortgage rates. THV 11's Rebecca Brown has more on if this will be enough for homebuyers to start shopping.
We saw our first big drop in rates. Unfortunately, that was short-lived, but they still are trending down. So that's the good news.
People nationwide have waited to hear those words, as it helps them get one step closer to reaching their goal of the opportunity to become a homeowner in 2024, thanks to a decline in mortgage rates.
We definitely are seeing the curve come down, and that's what's important. It's not going to happen overnight. We're not ever going to see 2s or 3s again, but we will hopefully see some 5s again.
Over the years, it's been a struggle for those to purchase a home with mortgage rates at their highest levels in years. In October of 2023, rates hit at 8.25%. And earlier this year, we saw a drop to 7%. And now we've managed to get down to the 6s, which Scott Taylor, a retail mortgage loan officer, says makes a huge difference for those wanting to purchase a home.
It's a very special time, and I want us to get back to those times. And we are. And it's just taken a little bit of time for things to settle out post-pandemic and the hype and the everything that was going into the frenzy of purchasing.
But with rates at their lowest, it still leaves the question of, is this the right time to purchase one?
You know, I'm not a realtor, but what I have seen as far as housing prices go, they have stabilized, depending on the price point.
But Taylor says when it comes to rates, they're ever changing. So his best advice is for homeowners or home buyers to keep in mind what works best for you.
Pay attention to local. Pay attention to what your houses around you are selling for and your personal finances. And that is the best thing you can do, is take care of yourself and look out for yourself in the best you can.
In Little Rock, Rebecca Brown, THV 11 News.
THV 11 is your back to school central, and today was a big day for many first-year students at the University of Central Arkansas. Parents and staff all lending a helping hand, including President Dr. Houston Davis, all as UCA first years got the chance to move into their on-campus dorms.
Literally hundreds, almost 1,000 volunteers come out to make this day possible, to where our families, they'll pull right up to the front of their residence hall and their things will be up and in their room in about 3 minutes.
UCA also saw an increase in their first year class compared to past years. We're going to give you an inside look tonight at how the university prepared for the big day. And speaking of back to school, if you're driving your student back to school in Conway this week, there are some things you need to be aware of. I want you to take a look at this map here on your screen. It was posted to the City of Conway Facebook page and shows some road closures and work zones you might want to watch out for. Some streets like Salem Road will be completely closed in some areas. Others, like Dave Ward, could just see some construction and increased traffic at certain times. Again, that full list can be found on the City of Conway Facebook page. And this past week was the first day for students in the Pulaski County Special School District. And as they start the new school year, some students are coming back to free meals as well. Out of PCSSD's 26 schools, 19 of them will be under the Provision 2 program this school year. Breakfast and lunch free for all children on these campuses. Provision 2 is a 4-year program that allows districts to feed students at no cost to the family. The district is in their base year, and the student meals are completely paid for thanks to the district's child nutrition account covering the $800,000 bill.
This first year is very important for households to even help us fill out free and reduced applications. Is how we're going to be able to keep this status. If we fail to make the 70%, that's my goal. I want 70% free and reduced. If we fail to make that, we'll be back on another base year. I don't know that my programs can sustain another base year.
Tomorrow morning on Wake Up Central, Michaela Johnson is taking a deeper look into how the price of an empty stomach for a student is so much greater than the cost could be to cover the price of the meals. In a THV 11 update, all eyes in the political world turn to Chicago as the Democratic National Convention kicks off tomorrow. But first, Skylar Henry reports on how both campaigns are focusing on one of the most pivotal battleground states in the election, Pennsylvania.
We're back, and we're going to keep coming back.
Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Tim Walz kicked off their big week with a rally in Pennsylvania.
You've got a lot of work, Pennsylvania, on your shoulders right now that you're carrying, and you who are here volunteering to do this work. And we're going to get it done.
They also stopped at a phone bank center where volunteers were reaching out to voters, with Harris even speaking to one personally.
We're all in this together.
Underscoring the importance of the state, former President Donald Trump campaigned in Pennsylvania Saturday and will be back there Monday.
It's great to be back in this beautiful Commonwealth with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots, which is what you are.
In the latest CBS News Battleground Tracker poll out Sunday morning, Pennsylvania is a dead heat, as are the other battleground states of Michigan and Wisconsin.
Democrats are hoping for a bump in the polls after this week's Democratic National Convention.
Protests are also planned in Chicago in opposition to the Biden administration's support for Israel in its war with Hamas. Security is tight around the United Center, the site of the DNC.
Our local police department has worked with the Secret Service as well as other local agencies to ensure a safe, peaceful, yet vibrant, exciting convention.
President Joe Biden will deliver the keynote speech on Monday night. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Chicago.
And right now, Arkansans are on their way to the DNC. State Democrat delegates are heading to Chicago to participate in this year's convention. And before some of them took off and went to Chicago, we were able to catch up with April Reisma, the current president of the Arkansas Education Association and delegate to the Democratic National Convention.
I'm super excited to go to the DNC because I'm here to support public education. And I know that the ticket that we're going to go ahead and nominate is the one that's going to be the best for public education, to support it across our nation.
And among those delegates that will be representing Arkansas, it also includes Chris Jones. Jones was the Democratic nominee for governor a couple years ago against the Republican nominee and now current governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. The Democratic convention is set to kick off tomorrow. And for parents, I might not need to tell you that it's back to school season and students, parents, everyone is shopping for supplies. We'll have a look at tips for savings after the break. Simone?
Well, that weather impact alert continuing through 10 o'clock due to severe thunderstorms across central Arkansas. Stay with us. I'll have a look at the week ahead coming up after this break.